Ambulance starring Jake Gyllenhaal ascends to the global Netflix top 10 chart 2 years after hitting theaters. Directed by Michael Bay, Ambulance stars Gyllenhaal as Danny Sharp, a thief who finds himself on the run in a stolen ambulance with his brother, Will Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, after a bank robbery goes wrong. Despite generally positive reviews from critics, the film was a box office disappointment, grossing only $52.3 million worldwide. Now, new data from Netflix reveals that Ambulance ranks as the 9th most popular movie on the streamer globally for the week of August 12 to 18. The Bay film racked up an impressive 9.3 million hours viewed and 4.1 million views in total. Ambulance handily beats Trolls Band Together, 2023, but falls short of other titles like Ferdinand, 2017, Night School, 2018, and Inside the Mind of a Dog, 2024. Why Ambulance disappointed at the box office? Positive reviews didn't save the Michael Bay movie. Ambulance marks Bay's follow-up to Six Underground in 2019 and Transformers: The Last Night in 2017, neither of which were well received. The Ambulance reviews, however, generally praised the film as a fun bit of bayhem with lots of action and an entertaining lead performance from Gyllenhaal. On Rotten Tomatoes, Ambulance currently enjoys a respectable 68% critic score and an impressive 88% audience score, two of Bay's highest scores in years. Unfortunately, however, this positive audience sentiment wasn't reflected in Ambulance's box office performance, as the film likely failed to break even with its $40 million budget. One reason is certainly the lingering impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Though the writing was on the wall before COVID, the pandemic largely made audiences far more picky about what movies are worth seeing in theaters, and the Bay action movie seemingly didn't make the cut. It's notable, however, that the acclaimed Top Gun: Maverick hit theaters only 1 month later in 2022 and became a massive success, grossing $1.496 billion worldwide. With Ambulance, it's certainly possible that Gyllenhaal alone isn't enough to open a movie now, as neither Abdul-Mateen II nor Eiza Gonzalez are really household names. Bay, too, it seems, isn't like Christopher Nolan in the sense that his name alone is a major audience draw. Though Ambulance may not have been a hit in theaters in 2022, the new Netflix data certainly suggests that it's finding its audience now. Ambulance continues an unfortunate Jake Gyllenhaal trend. Gyllenhaal hasn't had a theatrical hit in quite some time. Jake Gyllenhaal pointing a gun in Ambulance. Gyllenhaal is undoubtedly one of the most recognizable actors working in Hollywood today, but he doesn't have a strong reputation as a leading man who draws audiences to theaters. In the world of streaming, he's found success with projects like The Guilty, 2021, Prime Video's Roadhouse, 2024, and Apple TV Plus' Presumed Innocent, which became a major hit. Looking at his theatrically released movies since 2015, however, paints a different picture. Gyllenhaal had 2 hits in 2015 with Southpaw and Everest, but Demolition didn't make a mark commercially. 2016's Nocturnal Animals, despite being critically acclaimed, also wasn't a box office success. Other notable Gyllenhaal films that could be considered commercial disappointments include Stronger, 2017, Wildlife, 2018, and The Sisters Brothers, 2018. 2019 Spider-Man: Far From Home was certainly a hit, but Gyllenhaal himself obviously isn't the main draw here so much as the character of Spider-Man is. In the 2020s, Gyllenhaal projects like Spirit Untamed, 2021, Strange World, 2022, and Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, 2023, also underwhelmed. Ambulance, then, isn't an outlier for the actor, and it speaks to just how few actors in Hollywood these days can be considered true movie stars, in the sense that their star power alone is enough to bring audiences to theaters. Tom Cruise, of course, remains one of the last true movie stars with this power, though younger actors like Timothée Chalamet and Glenn Powell do now have multiple projects to suggest they also could be following in his footsteps. What's next for Michael Bay after Ambulance? The Transformers director has one especially interesting movie on the horizon. Eiza Gonzalez in Ambulance. Ambulance marked a fun return to a classic Bay style of action, but there have been relatively few updates on what the blockbuster filmmaker will be doing next. He remains active as a producer and is set to produce an American remake of 2011's The Raid, Armored, an action thriller, and the upcoming Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover film. He's also producing a horror film called Apartment 7A, which serves as a prequel to the iconic Rosemary's Baby from 1968. On the directing front, Bay has 2 projects of note coming up, including a TV documentary series called Born Evil: The Serial Killer and the Savior. More in line with his past work, however, is a film called Robopocalypse, which takes place after a destructive robot uprising. Few details are known about the project, but hopefully it continues Ambulance's positive critical reception while also finding box office success.